Hello there, and welcome back to another video. I am Brown Eyes. Thank you so kindly for your energy. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your energy, your comments. Thank you for you. You guys are totally awesome, and Brown Eyes really appreciate you guys. I hope this video catches you guys in high expectations and high spirits, doing healthy, abundant, energetically, feeling optimistic and feeling very hopeful about your future, regardless to what is playing out externally. Okay, I'm about to do the Divine Masculine's energy. Just thought it was about time, and I pre-shuffled some cards for the Divine Masculine's energy. Now remember, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Just take what part resonates with you, even if it's just one word or a sentence. Don't stress about it. It's just not for you. But energetically, I did a pre-shuffle, and what I'm finding out is that a lot of divine masculines are about to be totally without their divine feminines, because they're not. It's like your time is running out, divine masculines. Your divine feminines have been waiting. They've put in the energy. They've put in their heartaches, their love, their nurturing energy. They pulled it back. But during this time of separation and isolation, it's like they're starting to really not give a fuck. You hear me? So the cards is telling me that the divine masculine is in solitude, as we all really are. But he's having some type of mental conflict. He's replaying all of the past mistakes over and over in his mind, especially about his divine feminine, because the universe has been dealing with him. But because of his pride and ego, he won't let go of some things that is keeping him from, it's not just about the union with his divine feminine, because you do have your free will. But the thing is that the divine masculine did not handle his divine feminine right. And if he wanted to end it, then there is a certain kind of way he should have ended it. And he still has the opportunity to end it correctly now too. You don't have to end it and just go someone and go on about your life. That's creating karma. But when the divine masculine doesn't handle himself right with his counterpart, then it leaves her in a negative energy, because she's energetically and spiritually connected with the divine masculine. So the divine masculine is being tortured mentally. He's thinking about how he left her, how he did not invest in her in that relationship, how he didn't think it was worthy enough for him to financially build stability there, because he wanted to build stability on his own. And so he's having mental conflict. He's feeling he wants the divine feminine's energy. He wants her love, but he knows that he's messed up in the past, and so he's really not making that effort because of his mental conflict. Because I hear the divine masculine saying, when he's in his higher power, if she did to you what you did to her, would you want her back? So a lot of divine masculines are having to look at themselves from other people's standpoints, and they're not liking what they see. And so that is one of the reasons why they're not quick to come back. And there's a lot of whole other reasons why they're not coming back. But like I say, you don't have to come back to your divine feminine to be in a relationship, but you put in that energy, you put in that time, you slept. You did so many things energetically with this person. It's only right that you bring clarity, so that you guys can, at least, if you're going to part ways peacefully, respectfully, and maturely, so that you can have good karma on down the line. And it brings peace to your divine feminine as well, because she deserves it after all. So I've already pre-shuffled, I've saged, I did all those things. So I'm just going to pull some energy for the divine masculine. Thank you guys for tuning in with Brown Eyes once again. I hope you guys are doing amazing. This weather here has been up and down, around and around, but you got to go with the flow. And keep your energy. You have to guard your energy here, because people are on one. They getting that little money, and so, but it is what it is. So let's just hop right into it and see what the divine masculine will reveal. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have contract. So the divine masculine is in some type of contract here. I'm going to pull a couple cards from my psychic and a couple from my energy, and I'm going to clarify them. And I'll pull some love oracle cards, perhaps. And then you have the angel of love. So you have the contract card, which is the number 6 card for the divine masculine. And then you have the angel of love, 49. That's 12-3. So, wow. Angel of love and contract. So I feel like, and I have to clarify this, I'm just based on the energy of these cards, I feel like the divine masculine is in some type of spiritual contract with his divine feminine. So the angel, the universal angel, is having to heal the divine masculine heart for love, because he hasn't really known what love is. And most of these men don't really know what love is, especially if they were abandoned or abused as children. So they disassociate love with sex and passion and, lust and things, but it's not about that. So it's like he's under a contract with his divine feminine, and he has not met his obligations correctly. So with the psychic tarot, we have the movement, choices, and decisions. And then we have shadow. So like I said, he's in solitude, but he's forced to look within and look at himself for who he really has turned out to be and how other people may perceive him. So, I think that originally the divine masculine could just sweep it under the rug and play the blame game and blame everyone else why things are not going the way he want them to. But it's like he's forced to look at himself during this time of isolation. And he doesn't like what he sees. He's looking at his shadow side. He's looking at his lower side. And he's realizing that a lot of things that happen, a lot of the tower moments, a lot of the disappointments were based on him. He did them. He self-sabotaged a lot of things. So let's clarify these real quick for the divine masculine. Yeah, I think it's so important to stay in your secret place, your spiritual place, because there is something in the atmosphere going on, y'all. I don't know if you know energetically, but just stay on guard spiritually, because what can you do other than pray, meditate, keep yourself covered? The bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. So we're clarifying contract here for the divine masculine. Clarify contract. We have the Fool. So Page of Swords. So he played the Fool. It's like he played the Fool. It's like the divine masculine played the Fool. He was very foolish. He just threw caution to the wind as far as his divine feminine was concerned. You got the Page of Swords. He was doing all types of immature things. That's why I say he self-sabotaged this relationship because of him. And during this time of quarantine, separation, he's really forced to look at himself, and he doesn't like what he sees. He can't sugarcoat his image anymore. He's looking at himself like he really is on his dark side, and he doesn't like what he sees. So this contract that you guys had, and I feel like this is the contract with the divine feminine, is that cards is telling us that he was very foolish with her heart. And when I say heart, I say her, but we're not dealing with gender. We're dealing with energy. It could be male or female. You know who you are in the relationship, if you are the masculine or the feminine. But the masculine played the divine feminine like a fool. He was very foolish with her emotions, very childish. He mishandled her because Being that there is a soul connection there is a contract. That is the contract. That spiritual connection, that contract that you guys established before you decide to take this human experience. So let's clarify the Fool and the Swords. Page of Swords for the Divine Masculine here. Clarify the Fool. The Fool. Four of Pentacles. Because he was stingy, he was holding, like I said, didn't I just say he was holding? He had the opportunity to build something, stability with his divine feminine. Because she actually was everything he ever wanted. And that would have been the right person to invest with which would have been his divine feminine. But because he was immature and very foolish and mishandled her heart, he was in this Four of Pentacles. He kept it to himself. He was stingy. He didn't want to let go of his foolish ways, his immature ways. He didn't want to do that. So as a result is why it is the way it is today. Clarify the Page of Swords, please, for the Divine Masculine. Knight of Pentacles. So that's why he didn't offer something stability with the divine feminine, was because he was too busy keeping it to himself. He didn't offer her anything. He gave her the bare minimums. He gave her crumbs just to keep her around. But in reality, he didn't want to give up anything. He didn't want to give up his stability because he wanted to keep it to himself. He wanted to keep it all to himself. He didn't feel like that partnership was worth it, but instead he probably got hooked up with, in the past readings, he got hooked up with karmics, and they took him for everything. So this contract represents the divine masculine taking the divine feminine for granted, and the reason why he didn't build stability and take a chance, a leap of faith with her, was because he was holding his money to himself. He was keeping to himself. He didn't consider her like that. He only considered her for what he needed her for. It's like he was like a vampire. He took out of her what he wanted, but he didn't leave anything in return. So that's why he's dealing with his shadow side now, because he's forced to look at himself, because the divine feminine says totally pulled her energy back. She's to the point now where she don't give a fuck. She really don't. She's healing, yeah, but it's been so long. I mean, when someone treats you like that and they ghost you, they're not even man enough to address you and face you in a mature way, then you get to the point where you don't give a fuck. Because you get tired of the immature behavior. And this is what the divine masculine was giving his divine feminine. Page of Swords. He didn't want to invest in her like he should, but he always watching her every mood and stalking her and watching her move and making sure no one else is coming in to do anything. But yet and still he was withholding what was rightfully hers. He was fucking her. I'm just saying. Now the Angel of Love is where the angel is trying to heal the divine masculine's heart space, because he don't know love. He think love is about what they do for him. He's used to people showing, these divine masculines are used to people showing them affection. They love people chasing them because it boosts their ego, because a lot of them are very insecure, believe it or not. And the reason why they're insecure is because of their abandonment issues. So clarify Angel of Love. So the universe is having to realign his chakras and let him see, no, you've got it wrong, sweetheart. That's not what love is all about. Love is an equal give and take thing. You can't just take and leave. You got the Six of Cups here. So the Angel of Love, it's like he's thinking about, he's reminiscing of some things. He wants to come back to his divine feminine, but his heart space is not in the right space at this time. He knows all of the things he's done, so he don't feel like she would accept him back. So all he can do is just reminisce and think about it. But he's thinking about all of the things he's done. But in the process, he's needing to be healed, and the universe is sending him some help. But he's thinking about, because you got the Six of Cups, he's thinking about that connection. He's thinking about that connection with his divine feminine during this time of quarantine and solitude and separation. And you got the Ten of Wands. So it's like, it's been very burdensome. It's been very heavy. You got the Ten of Wands. It's like all of the things that he's done to this divine feminine. I see this energetically is the spiritual connection that this guy's had. She's always talked to her divine masculine. And it's like everything that she was telling him, he took what he wanted to take out of the conversation that benefited him, but the things that helped him spiritually, he didn't want to hear that. So in return, he had to learn some things. So he was picking up baggages along the way when he did not honor his divine feminine and he decided to go in another direction. That left him open. So everywhere he went, in every partnership he tried to come in contact with, he picked up baggages. He picked up other people's baggages. He picked up baggages. So he's heavy with burdens now. He's so burdened now because he can't easily come back to his divine feminine. He can't come and pick up where he left off. It's not designed that way. The universe means for him to man up and do it right, or don't do it at all, and then keep on receiving your karma, because that's what's going to happen. Clarify the Six of Cups for the divine masculine, please. Clarify the Six of Cups. You got the King of Swords. Clarify the Ten of Wands. Ooh. The Knight of Wands here. So he's thinking about how cold he was towards his divine feminine, how he was in and out, just in for the good time. He didn't want to build stability, but he wanted to always offer her the wand in the hand. He always came with the dick in the hand, and he was always cold. He was never being really loving towards her. That's why the angel of love is having to heal him, because he did not treat his divine feminine right. Now he wishing he had that fucking energy. You hear me? Because now all he got is snakes around him. He got real people around him that really don't give a fuck and don't mind showing them. So why is movements, choices, and decisions here for divine masculine? Clarify this card, please. You have the Six of Pentacles. So it's like he's deciding. Let me get the other card. Five of Swords. So it's like the universe is showing us that the divine masculine has choices still. He has choice, and he needs to make movements, but in his movement, he's gonna have to make decisions and choices. Either he's going to balance this situation out with his divine feminine, or he's going to stay in that toxic negative energy and stay in karmic cycles, and tower moments will keep happening. Because he's in opposition with himself. But the choice is his ultimately. It's like, what are you going to decide? Are you going to stay stuck in your mind because of what you did in the past instead of correcting it? Because you can correct it. It's not sealed in stone. It's only sealed in stone when you don't decide to correct it, divine masculine, because your divine feminine deserves that. Wasn't she the same one you was loving all up on and pillow talking to? Wasn't she the same one you was sharing your hopes and dreams with? Wasn't she the same one you was telling things to you wouldn't tell nobody else with? Okay, you got the Six of Pentacles. Clarifying the Six of Pentacles, you got the Four of Wands. See? That's what the universe is saying. The Six of Pentacles, you need to either balance out, come back and balance out this situation, because you left your divine feminine out of balance. You left her fucked up emotionally because of how you handle it. So either you can come back and balance the scales and bring equal give and take here, balance it out, at least bring clarity and correct the closure. Even if you don't be with her, at least correct it with the clarity. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because you have a spiritual connection with this person. They deserve that much from you. Clarify the Five of Swords. Or stay in this Five of Swords, and with this Five of Swords, you're just going to keep on having tower moments. Because you're in conflict with yourself, and ain't nobody going to stay around that. So you got the Ace of Swords, so you're needing to cut that out. So that is the decision you're needing to make, divine masculine. Either heal your situation with your divine feminine, because This Four Wands is some type of celebratory, some type of celebratory card, like a marriage, like some type of celebration here. You're supposed to be in some type of union celebrating with your divine feminine, but because there was no equal give and take within the relationship, because you was too selfish and holding back, that's why the shit ended. And that's why it has become a burden to you, divine masculine. So now the universe is giving you an option. The universe is telling you your time is almost up. This decision is yours. So either you cut this type of behavior out, cut it out, end this nasty behavior that you drawed your divine feminine in. She didn't ask for this shit. She was just looking for a good man, if she was even looking for you, because you probably approached her ass. Because you know, y'all, you probably already had somebody on the side, but then you saw divine feminine and you had to have her. But it was a part of divine timing, because she made you aware of some things you needed to correct, just like you made her aware of some things she needed to correct or heal in her life. So you need to heal and cut out some mess in your life, divine masculine. Now we got the shadow card. The shadow side is this Five of Swords energy that the divine masculine stayed in. The shadow side, which is this Five of Swords energy, is the energy that the divine masculine made him stay stingy, made him not want to invest, made him want to mishandle her emotions, made him feel like he didn't give a fuck, made him feel like he was more than what the fuck he was. That way he treated her wrong. And as a result, he thought he was going to fuck her, get tired of fucking her, discard her like yesterday's trash, and move on to the next. But the universe said not so. So this is why you're having to face your karma, which is yourself, based on the things that you've done, divine masculine. It's not personal. We all do. But you're going to have to change this, or you'll always be in that Seven of Swords energy. Clarify shadow, please, for divine masculine. Eight of Pentacles. So so you're working on yourself. Is that what you're doing, divine masculine? You're working on yourself. You're putting in the work. Looks like you're trying to work on yourself, divine masculine. Five of Pentacles. You're trying to work on, so you're trying to work on coming out of the cold. You're trying to maybe you're trying to work on not feeling like you don't have enough. Because the five of Pentacles is like feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like you have a lack mentality, because a lot of divine masculines grew up not having. So that made them in this stingy mode. That made them give to the wrong people. And it made them put their guards up. They sit on their money when they have it to give. And when they see people who really need it, they hold on to it. So that's why these divine masculines are in this stingy Four of Pentacles energy, because of their upbringing. So let me clarify these real quick and pull some more cards and wrap it up, y'all. So clarify the Eight of Pentacles. So he's working on himself so that he won't feel like he don't have enough. That's his shadow side. That is what he's dealing with on his shadow side, is always feeling inadequate and always feeling like his money is the thing that validates him, because that's how he was raised, and it really did a number on these divine masculine. It's fucked him up. So now he's trying to work on it. He's trying to work on him not feeling like he don't have enough. He's trying to work on, because it's affecting him. It's affecting him because it's in his mind. He can have all the money in the world, but he's still going to have those abandonment issues, because the money is not going to solve this for them. They need emotionally healing. So clarify the Eight of Pentacles for the divine masculine, please. The Eight of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups. So either divine masculine has been overindulging here, or it is his wish fulfilled. Can I get another card for Eight of Pentacles, please? You got the Ten of Wands again. So I feel like the divine masculine has been overindulging here while he's been working on himself, because he is in his shadow side. And when he's in his shadow side, he's been doing a lot of things. It doesn't necessarily mean he's drinking. He could be doing drugs. He could be doing all types of addictions like gambling, promiscuous sex, if you will, threesomes, orgies. Everything that's on the shadow lower energy side is what the divine masculine is on when he gets on that side. And when he gets to think, it seems like whenever he gets to thinking about his abandonment issues, which is this Five of Pentacles, anytime he gets to lingering too long about his childhood, it takes him to a dark side. And he gets to feeling hateful. You know what I'm saying? And to get away from that, then he start going to things that he shouldn't be involved in. He started overindulging. He started drinking. He started snorting powder. He started doing sherm. He started smoking too much weed. He started doing whatever drug that is not good for him because it is a burden to him. This overindulging is he shouldn't be doing it because it is a burden to him. He's doing too much of it when he get on that shadow side. It's like when you get on the shadow side and this go hand in hand for the divine masculine whenever he thinks about his childhood and not having enough, because he don't ever want to have to be that child, that helpless child again. So let me clarify this Five of Pentacles right here. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Clarify the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is the Knight of Swords here. Some type of harsh truth or some type of truth. He wants to come in and tell the truth to you, divine feminine, because you got the Queen of Wands here with your sexy ass. He want to tell you the truth, but he's so scared to tell you the truth about what he's really been going through. That's why he would come in like this, in this Knight of Swords energies, because he feel like if he don't rush out and say it, he won't say it because he's a punk and he's ashamed. So that's why he's in that energy right there. So let me see. Let me pull some, since we got the shadow side, let me pull a couple of these right quick for the divine masculine. You're still going to have to correct some things, divine masculine, where your divine feminine is concerned. Like I said, it doesn't mean that you're sentenced to be with her. But don't you want to do some things right? You should. You should. You should. You should. You should. Can I get some more energy for the divine masculine, please? It's like these cards is like he is so burdened down, man. He is so burdened down. He is so burdened down. And it's like why he's in this state, he's in this shadow energy, in this solitude time. Wow. He feels so alone, y'all. He feels like he is so alone in the world because he don't have anyone to talk to. He don't want to be judged by his homeboys. He didn't want to talk to his mother about it because his mother probably is to blame. He didn't want to talk to his daddy about it because his daddy probably wasn't even around. So he feels so alone. And most of these divine masculines are not spiritual. So they don't have anyone to turn to. The divine feminine was the closest thing to spirituality that they had. And now that they fucked that up, they feel so alone in the world. Wow. So in this shadow side, they're envious and they're full of gluttony. That's why I said that that's why I say this Nine of Cups here, they're overindulging here. And that has become a burden because they've been doing it too much because they stand in that lower energy vibration. But all of this overindulgence is become gluttonous. They flesh need it now. And if you look at this picture, this looks like it's like an alligator's head. It's like they can't feed their flesh enough when they get on that shadow side. Because the shadow side is all of the addictions that they go to comfort them. This is what comforts them. They feel alone in the world, so when they are alone while they're having a pity party, they turn to drugs and alcohol and random sex acts. And then you got hiding your true self. Again, that was part of the last ones for the divine masculine. They're hiding their true self because they're ashamed. They like giving the image that they have it all together and that they're self-made and that they boss and all this But if the universe was to expose them and pull the covers up, you see that they're helpless little naked little boys, and they don't ever want that revealed about them because they're so ashamed. The image is the only thing that keeps them moving. You hear me? If their image is destroyed, then they're nothing. So they're feeling so alone. They feeling like they have no one to turn to. They just feeling lost here. They just feeling lost. Let me see, can I get you some advice here from your Work Your Light, Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine, you're gonna have to go through this like everyone else. I hate to see hurt and pain, because that hurts me, because I do feel you're hurting your pain, but that's the only way you're gonna be healed, is if you go through this. You're gonna have to go through this so that you can be delivered from your afflictions and your addictions, because you've picked up a lot of shit along the way, I see, and they've become burdensome to your soul. So you're not alone, Divine Masculine. That's a lie. You're never alone. You have spiritual help. You always have spiritual help. It says the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You see that? You've always been training for this. This is the contract. This is the contract that you have with your Divine Feminine. You've already been training. You already made a contract that you would come down here and have this relationship. But see, you wasn't in the flesh when you made this contract. You was nothing but celestial energy, eternal energy. So now that it's affecting you fleshly, you're feeling like, what the fuck, why me? But you've been preparing for this, Divine Masculine. It's not personal. This is what you signed up for, my darling. And then you got Starseed. What lights you up? What makes you feel good, Divine Masculine? What gives you hope? What raises your vibration? If it's something that raises your vibration and brings you hope, that is the thing you need to surround yourself around, whether it be things or people. And I'm sure it's a Divine Feminine. And it says boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Well, first of all, you need to stop all this sexing and all this drugs and all this mental fuckery here. But you know that come from a broken place. I understand that, Divine Masculine, but you're still going to have to fight. And I feel like when it says boundaries, you're going to have, what do you need to establish better boundaries? You're going to have to fight for your freedom here. You can't always run into roadblocks and then give up and say, fuck it, I'm alone in the world. It's me against the world type of shit, so that you can go and feed your flesh. No, you got to fight for your independence. You have to fight, because we all are in a spiritual warfare. Fight, Divine Masculine. Fucking fight for it if you want it. And that's what that's what the universe is telling you. Fight for it and stop laying over like a punk ass bitch. Get off your ass and fight for your freedom, Divine Masculine, before something take your ass up out of here. And that's what I see for a lot of Divine Masculine, because they dealing with a lot of negative energy. They overindulging in drugs and alcohol and sexual experiences with unhealthy shit, and it's burdensome to them. It's about to drive their asses fucking crazy. Do you hear me? And it's not fair, because you're leaving children behind, and you're affecting your family, people who really do give a fuck about you. All right. So your final card says yes. Just say yes, Divine Masculine. Just say yes, I will try. Just say yes, I will fight for my freedom. It's what the universe is asking you. Just say yes, and the universe will help you, and you will see. So yes, this has been very emotional, because I see this playing out here, and it's not healthy. It's sad, because my heart longs for this Divine Masculine here, because they feel like they're alone, but they're not running to something positive. They're running to something negative to help them. And we know how that's going to play out. Meanwhile, even though they may not get their Divine Feminine back, they'll run to some other helpless poor female, and they'll drag her ass through some shit because of the shit they going through. And then the cycle will continue and continue and continue. So let's break the cycle. Let's stop the negative lifestyle, and let's try. Just say yes, Divine Masculine. You'd be surprised by saying yes to something positive, what that will change in your life. So this has been your Divine Masculine reading. If this video resonates with you guys, please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. I cannot grow my channel without you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. I love your energy. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you on the next video. Bye.